a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. When you need a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Hello everyone, my name is Garrett.
My name is Maria.
And this is Let's Talk in English. Friends, today we have a profile lesson.
Ooh, profile lesson. This will be fun. The title of our lesson is Happy Birthday, Mozart.
All right, let's talk about this. A profile lesson? What are we talking about? Well, a profile is like an article or a little description of a person. Usually someone important or someone you want to know more about.
That's right. We maybe get to learn about their age, their work, their family, maybe even their hobbies.
Exactly. Well, in this lesson, we are focusing on one person. We're focusing on Mozart. Yes, this is a famous composer or someone who put classical music together.
That's right. And we say happy birthday in the title because we are celebrating his birthday today.
Yes, we are. So we'll learn all about him in our lesson today, all the things he did and why he was so important.
That's right. Well, friends, before we get into today's profile lesson, let us first look at our Find It question. The question is, what could Mozart also do really well?
What could Mozart also do really well? Friends, look for the answer in our lesson today. Now, let's go over to Jack for our keywords.
今天是莫扎特的生日，他是在270年前的今天出生的。He was born 270 years ago today. 动词 born 就是出生。虽然他只活到35岁，却写了超过600首曲子。Although he only lived 35 years, he wrote over 600 pieces of music. 连接词 although 就是虽然尽管，他的钢琴和小提琴也都演奏得非常出色。He could also play the piano and violin really well. 名词 piano 就是钢琴，而另一项乐器 violin 就是名词小提琴。他还能说12种语言哦。He could speak 12 languages too. 名词 language 就是语言。
Let's talk about music today, Zach.
Sure, Ivy. I love all kinds of music.
Me too. So let's celebrate a famous musician's birthday today.
Okay. Whose birthday?
Mozart's. He was born 270 years ago today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Mozart. He composed a lot of great music.
Although he only lived 35 years, he wrote over 600 pieces of music.
That's a lot.
Hey, Maria, you like music, right?
I do. Music is really fun to listen to, but I don't write music.
Me neither. Well, basically everyone likes music. They listen to it at different times during the day, but we all listen to different kinds of music. It's an interesting thing to talk about, and that's why Ivy and Zach are doing just that.
That's right. Many people like to listen to music, but also talk about music. So Ivy says to Zach, let's talk about music today.
Okay, Zach tells Ivy that he loves all kinds of music, not just one type.
Zach says, I love all kinds of music. Maybe he doesn't really mean every kind of music, but he loves a lot of different kinds of music.
He sure does. I love all kinds of music too. And I love today's calendar phrase.
I love all kinds of music.
I love all kinds of music.
我喜爱各式各样的音乐。I love all kinds of music.
Do you like classical music?
Yes, I love all kinds of music.
What about jazz music?
I love all kinds of music.
What about pop music?
I love all kinds of music.
Great! Listen to my new song. What do you think?
That's not music, it's noise.
Huh?
I love all kinds of music.
I love all kinds of music.
我喜爱各式各样的音乐。
Thanks for that, guys. Okay, Ivy responds to Zach and says, let's celebrate a famous musician's birthday today.
Famous means someone who is well known. Many people know about this person. And of course, musician is someone who plays music very well, maybe even writes music.
Yeah, often as their job. Okay, whose birthday is this? Of course, we know because of our title, it's Mozart's birthday.
That's right. And he was born 270 years ago today.
Whoa, Maria, does that mean he's the oldest person ever?
Garrett, you're being silly. He's not still alive or he would be very old. He was born 270 years ago today, but he's not still alive.
Okay, so 270 years ago, he was born. That means he came into the world, he came from his mother, and he started his life.
Wow, so happy birthday to him. Today is his birthday.
Yeah, we learned a bit more about him. He composed a lot of great music. When you compose music, we could also say you write that music. You decide which instruments will play at what times.
That's right. And although Mozart only lived 35 years, he wrote over 600 pieces of music.
Ooh, I have not even written one piece of music. I need to catch up. Well, we had another great word there, although. We could also say even though. So one thing is true, and one other surprising thing is also true. He was only alive for 35 years, but he wrote a lot of music.
Yes, he wrote over 600 pieces of music. I know that Jack has something that he would like to teach us about that sentence.
莫扎特是一位伟大的音乐家，他虽然只活到35岁，却写出了超过600首的曲子。Although he only lived 35 years, he wrote over 600 pieces of music. 片语 a piece of music 是指一首音乐作品。音乐作品的单位量词是 piece， 除了平常的用法像是一片、一块之外，还有其他用法。比如一则新闻是 a piece of news. I heard a piece of news this morning. 我今天早上听到一则新闻。还可以讲一个建议 a piece of advice. Can I give you a piece of advice? 我可以给你一个建议吗？或是指一项艺术品 a piece of art. This is a beautiful piece of art. 这是一件漂亮的艺术作品。
Thanks so much, Jack. Wow, it is so cool and amazing that Mozart wrote so many songs, although he only lived 35 years.
Absolutely. Now that word although is not a very easy one to use. Let's make a couple more sentences. I might say, although it's raining outside, I still went for a run.
Yes, or you can say, although I was hungry, I didn't eat lunch.
All right, so use that word to say something surprising, something people will not expect. Well, friends, we have more to learn about Mozart and his many amazing things that he did. First, let's take a quick break, put on a Mozart song, and we'll see you in just a minute.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Friends, I hope you had a good break and I hope you listened to some of Mozart's music like Garrett and I did.
Yeah, if you didn't have enough time, that's all right. You can put one on after the show today. I always find his music very relaxing.
Yes, it is. I enjoy listening to his music. He was a great musician.
And composer. Well, friends, let's get back to learning more about Mozart.
He could also play the piano and violin really well.
That's right. When he was 6, he traveled around Europe. He played for kings and queens.
He could speak 12 languages too.
Really? I didn't know that.
It was because he traveled so much.
Well, in his honor, let's play some Mozart now.
Good idea. There's a lot to choose from.
All right, well, Mozart played a kind of music that today we call classical music. This is an older style of music. It doesn't usually have any words in it, there's no singing, and the instruments they use are older ones, not newer ones like a guitar or drums.
Yes, but many people enjoy listening to classical music. Well, friends, actually, we have come to the answer of our Find It question. Did you find the answer? The question is, what could Mozart also do really well?
He could play the piano and violin really well. He wasn't just good at composing the music, he could actually play it too.
That's right. And both piano and violins are types of instrument, and we often will play these or hear these being played in classical music.
Both the piano and the violin are considered string instruments. When you play the piano, you sit down and press the different keys to make sounds.
Yes, but in a piano, you can't really see the strings unless you look at them. But for a violin, it is the instrument you set on your shoulder and pull along thing, you can see the strings on the violin.
Exactly. These are big parts of classical music. Zach tells us more. When he was 6, that's Mozart, he traveled around Europe.
That's right. And he didn't play for just anybody. He played for kings and queens.
Yes, so he traveled around Europe. That word around here means going from place to place, not just staying in one place. Here's Jack for more.
莫扎特的钢琴和小提琴也都演奏得非常出色。6岁的时候就游历欧洲各地，在各个国王和皇后面前演奏。When he was 6, he traveled around Europe. 介系词 around 在这里是指在某地到处。比如 They walked around the city. 他们在城市里到处走走。或是 He wants to travel around the world. 他想要环游世界。这个 around 也常常做副词，用来修饰动词。比如 Let's ask around for help. 我们到处问问，看有没有人能帮忙。或是 She likes to shop around before buying. 她喜欢多看看，再决定买什么。
Thank you so much, Jack. All right, Maria, what else do we learn about Mozart here?
Well, we learned that he could speak 12 languages. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's almost hard to believe. I wonder how well he could speak them. But of course, we know he was pretty amazing. Well, a language is the set of words and how someone speaks from a culture. Of course, right now, we're speaking the language of English.
Yes, we are. Well, Zach didn't know that about Mozart. He says, I didn't know that. But Garrett, how could Mozart learn so many languages?
Well, remember, he traveled around Europe. He traveled a lot. So those languages helped him to talk to people wherever he went.
Yes, and there are very many different countries in Europe, so he probably learned the different languages around Europe.
Exactly. Okay, we learned one more thing here from Zach, that in Mozart's honor, they want to play some Mozart now.
In his honor, that is a great phrase, although we can't use it very often, but it just means to remember him because of how great he was.
Yeah, you do something in someone's honor. You do it because you appreciate them. Maybe if you have a grandparent who's passed away, they're no longer with you, you can do something in their honor. Do something that they loved.
Yes, well, Ivy thinks that's a good idea, and she says there's a lot to choose from because, of course, Mozart wrote over 600 pieces of music.
Right, that sure is a lot. Of course, there are a few favorites, so when you hear Mozart, it's often the same few pieces of music.
Yes, well, friends, today we learned a lot of great words, so let's practice them right now.
Here's your first keyword for today. Born. Born. She was born in 2007.
Although he ran, he was late to class.
Piano. Piano. Can you play the piano?
Violin. Violin. She likes to listen to violin music.
Language. Language. English is a fun language to learn. Well, friends, those are your keywords for today. Keep on practicing the English language.
And now let's watch our lesson one more time.
Let's talk about music today, Zach.
Sure, Ivy. I love all kinds of music.
Me too. So let's celebrate a famous musician's birthday today.
Okay. Whose birthday?
Mozart's. He was born 270 years ago today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Mozart. He composed a lot of great music.
Although he only lived 35 years, he wrote over 600 pieces of music.
That's a lot.
He could also play the piano and violin really well.
That's right. When he was 6, he traveled around Europe. He played for kings and queens.
He could speak 12 languages too.
Really? I didn't know that.
It was because he traveled so much.
Well, in his honor, let's play some Mozart now.
Good idea. There's a lot to choose from. Hi friends, welcome to Chit Chat. Today we talked about music.
Today is a very famous musician's birthday.
His name was Mozart, and he would be 270 years old today.
Mozart was amazing. He played the piano and violin, and he could speak 12 languages.
Wow. And he wrote over 600 pieces of music.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes?
If you could ask Mozart one question, what would you ask him?
I would ask him, what is your favorite song?
Great question.
Actually, I would like to ask him a lot of questions. He had an amazing life.
Yes, he did.
Let's talk about Mozart tomorrow, too.
Okay, friends, that's our Chit Chat review.
See you tomorrow.
Well, hi there, friends. I'm Gabe. Welcome to Gabe's Game. Were you a good listener today? Let's find out. Here's question number 1. How old was Mozart when he died? Was he A, 25, B, 35, C, 45, or D, 55? Oh no, all of those ages are too young to die. But if you said B, 35, that's right. He lived a short life, but wow, he sure did a lot. Here comes question number 2. Who did Mozart play music for? Was it A, farmers, B, his family, C, kings and queens, or D, school kids? I'm sure he played for a lot of people, but if you said C, kings and queens, great memory. He played for kings and queens when he was just 6 years old. When I was 6, I was just playing with my toys. Well, now for question number 3. True or false? Mozart lived a short time but wrote a lot of music. Well, what do you think? If you said true, you're right again. He wrote over 600 pieces of music in just 35 years. Wow, that's amazing. And friends, that's all for today. See you next time here at Gabe's Game for more fun facts and big questions. Bye for now.
Well, friends, we learned some amazing things about Mozart today. I thought the most amazing thing was he spoke 12 languages. Maria, how many languages do you speak?
I can speak 3, and it's already hard to remember all of them. So Mozart is amazing, and of course, he was an amazing musician and composer.
Right. We could even call him something like a genius, I think. That's someone who's really, really smart. And he was just naturally good at music, but not just that. I'm sure he could have learned a lot of different things.
Yes, and well, he played for kings and queens, so you can know that he was really good at what he did.
He sure was. Well, friends, we're not done learning about him, though. Let's celebrate his birthday together, and we'll see you again tomorrow, right here on
Let's Talk in English. Goodbye.